Hi friends, I'm Vandita Shivla. I'm back again here with the mutual fund queries that our viewers have posted to me. Right, so first query is coming from Kumar. I think he's from Mumbai. He didn't mention the place. He's asking about his new NFO Access Nifty 100 Index Fund and Motilal Oswal Large and Mid Cap Fund. Is it wise to invest in these funds right now or not? Alright, you have another question as well, but let me take this question first. So, Kumar, number one, that I'm really fond of index funds. I always think for novice investment investors, it's important to have index fund as their core product, as a core investment because number one, it tracks a benchmark, and so the error is little lesser and you can easily manage that fund. And even I can look at the benchmarks performance and say that, oh, this fund will do well or will not do well, etc., or is doing well, etc. Number two, the expense ratio of index fund is lesser compared to other funds, other categories. So I am really fond of this category. But talking about how the fund is, it's very it's I just cannot tell you right now how the fund will perform. It's in NFO stages, and the subscription gets closed tomorrow. The NFO gets closed tomorrow, that is 11th of October. Axis MF, Axis AMC, they have a good track record. They've always offered good products to their customer. They look at the evolving need of consumers, and based on that, they create a portfolio. They have a very good strategy behind creating a product. So as an AMC, the AUM size, everything is really good, and it's a trustworthy AMC. You can say that I can buy this product. But having said that, it is very important to understand, Kumar, that why do you want to invest in this fund? See, this fund is currently managed by, will be managed by Ashish Nayak. He'll be the fund manager. He has been with Axis AMC for around 10 years now, so he has good experience. But the role of fund manager will not be very prominent here because it will be tracking the index, which is Nifty 100. Right. So the first question you need to ask yourself, if I'm taking an index fund, why not is Nifty 50? Why is it Nifty 100? Right? Because what I believe is that the 50 additional shares of the Nifty Next 50 will not have much weightage here, in Nifty 100 as a fund manager. So, that would be my question, that why do I want to invest in that? And can a fund manager manage 100 stocks with conviction? So that conviction word becomes very important for me, at least, right? And you need to ask this question to yourself as well. And what is the expense ratio of Axis Nifty 100, Nifty 100 index funds direct plan? Is it low enough? Will, the AMC be able to keep it that way? That's another question. So for that, you need to look at its performance and wait for 6 months for the fund to settle down. So my suggestion would be to not just rush because it's an NFO period. I know the NAVs are good when you buy, and people are really, keen to buy a product immediately. But I would say give it 6 months at least. Let's look at the performance. Let's see how the fund is performing, how Nifty 100 is performing. Because right now the valuations are good. It's a good time to buy, but I would still say wait for 6 months. Do not hurry and go for a particular fund just like that. Just wait for some time, Kumar, and then opt for this fund. Though the fund is good, but I would always say that let's see, let it be a continuous purchase process, and I would suggest buy then. So look at it, but after 6 months would be my suggestion. Right? So that's about it. Your next question was about large and mid cap fund. It's about Motilal Oswal Large and Mid Cap Fund. It's again a good fund, but I don't think you need it in your portfolio right now. So I would chuck that. I would not suggest you right now because you already have a multi-cap. You have 2 multi-caps. You have 2 large cap funds. You don't really need a large and mid cap into that. But yes, your question about balance funds you can definitely add in your portfolio. It's always a good way to invest because they will give you benefit even when the markets are down. and the markets are up. So you can benefit from both scenarios, right? So it reduces the potential risk, the downside risk, and I think you can go for balanced funds for sure. You can start an SIP over there. I think ICICI Prudential Equity and Debt Fund, I would suggest you to go for direct growth plan. And direct plan is important. Do not fall for regular plans over here. And I really hope that your query was well answered. I forgot. You have another question on your portfolio. So as I mentioned, you mentioned HDFC Top 100 Fund, you have Kotak Standard Multi-Cap, you have Motilal Oswal Multi-Cap, you have Mirae Asset Emerging Blue Chip, you have Motilal Oswal Nasdaq Fund of the Fund. I think these are good categories to be in. I would not have suggested you to go for two multi-caps, but it is a lump sum investment that you have done in these two funds, and so I would say it's okay. Just stay put with it and just add a new balance fund. And for the index fund, wait and look at how the fund is performing after 6 months, at least let it be a continuous process, because only then we can look at the expense ratio part as well. Let it be a continuous process and then we'll look at it. And I think for now, that's a suggestion for you. All the very best for your investments, Kumar. Be very vigilant when you are investing. Do not just rush into a thing because you're bored and you just want to invest somewhere. No, that's not the right means. If a fund is exceptionally good, yes, I can understand, or it is matching your goals and risk appetite, but right now you do not have a immediate goal in mind. So I think you don't need to hurry. Let it be, let it grow, let it compound, and you can, so that you can benefit from the power of compounding, right, Kumar? All the very best with your investments. Let's look at another query now that's coming from again Hitesh, and he is asking me, is it a good time to invest in mutual funds? And if yes, could you tell me which is better, direct or regular plan? Okay. Sure, Hitesh. You are from Chhattisgarh. Okay. And you have sent your query to me via email. All right. So I would say, Hitesh, that it is one of the best times to invest, because many companies in MFs, they're available at cheaper valuations, and this is across all the categories: large caps, mid caps, small caps. And I think there is no good or bad time to invest. Right now it's good time to put a lump sum money in MFs, because the valuations are low. So you can get more units at cheaper rates. So maybe you pay less and you can get more units. When the markets are high, you get lesser units in more amount, right? So units are very important in mutual funds. So right now it's a very good time to invest. Other thing is, Hitesh, you need to again understand that there is no good or bad time to invest. Investing is very important. It's always important to look at your regular expenses, and whatever you can save from there, try to invest at a suitable place, because in a particular instrument, because that will help you save at the best level, and it will help you'll see that after 10 years what was the benefit of investing. So I would say definitely start investing. I can help you construct your portfolio as well. Have an index fund, large caps, multi caps. At least these three categories are a must in your portfolio. And talking about direct and regular plans, I would say opt for direct plans, because direct plan is what you buy directly from a mutual fund company. You do not pay any amount to the broker, or you are not availing any service of a distributor or advisor in an official way. Of course, you have to do your research, fact finding and investment by yourself. NAVs would be little higher because the expense ratio of regular plans are little less. So that's why the NAVs are little higher compared to regular plans, and that's why a lot of people see regular plans NAV is lesser, so I can buy more units, let me go for regular plans. No, style of investing, everything remains the same, but it's just that the money, what you get back would be more when you invest in direct plan versus a regular plan, because in a direct plan there is no distributor or a broker, but when you're doing it via regular plan, there is a distributor, so he will obviously charge when he's giving some kind of advice to you, or he's in between. So be very cautious with that. All the very best with your investments. Hope it was clear. You can always write back to me telling me about your goal, your age, your risk appetite, and then I can help you construct your portfolio, right? And because I need to understand your financial stand, I need to understand your goals. Only then I can tell you how you should be building your portfolio. But I really hope that your query was well answered. All the very best with your investments, Satish. That's all for this edition. Thank you very much for watching me.